From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. Alongside Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we got another seat right here. In the NBA, no better insider than Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, great to have you with us.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's great to be here. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Look at Richard Jefferson. He's like a kid in a candy store. He cannot wait to talk to you.
Yes, we love RJ.
Back in Brooklyn, the Nets tip off the beginning of a homestand. They are still putting the pieces together right now with just one win in their first 5 games so far.
And you wondered coming into the season if this team might have some issues, and that's been the case here thus far. We'll see if they can address those issues. It's a long season and find a way to turn it around.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Paul George is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Levine in at the 2-guard. Offensive rebound. Claxton the pass to Thomas. Claxton. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
DiVincenzo kicks to George. Over Williams. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls fan. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Russell against DiVincenzo. Johnson outside. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Lakers.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Leaving points at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
Here's Russell. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And the basket is good.
Ooh, dancing with that, I see D'Angelo.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree.
I love the spatial awareness from Russell. Saw how much room he had and just took it aggressively.
Here's Barnes. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Russell passes to Thomas. Over Levine. And the rebound goes to Lopez. In the corner, it's Levine from downtown. Offensive rebound. Barnes kicks to Levine. Takes a 3. That's a miss. His second after 2 shots. Nets trail by 7. Outside, Russell. Pass to Thomas. Passes it to Johnson. He's looking for Claxton and finds him.
Nice pass by Cam Johnson, keeping his eyes up, letting things unfold.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We discussed the prospect of facing off against Zach LaVine. Coach said Zach is an uber athlete, can jump out of the gym, but he also has such a nice three-point shot, it makes LaVine a headache. We'll switch up who's guarding him as the game progresses. Of course, LaVine can beat you so many different ways, and that'll be fun to watch tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Well, Shams, obviously the big three in Brooklyn did not work out. But on the bright side, what a return they got for Kevin Durant.
It was one of the biggest packages in NBA history. They got 4 first-round picks, a bunch of other pick swaps. And listen, losing Kevin Durant as well as Kyrie Irving, that definitely hurt the Nets. But their front office is very happy with the haul that they were able to get.
And they can really build. And it's going to be fascinating, I think, Shams, to watch them build.
A first-time head coach in Jordi Fernandez, they know that they're building for the long haul and the long term. It's not just about one season in Brooklyn. They're trying to compete and have sustainable success.
Here's Collier following the bucket by the Nets. Off target from three-point range. To the inside. Here's Melton, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
That one drops. He ties it up. 1:12 left in the first. Beasley outside. Fires for three. Here's Williams. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. And Pippen pulls it down. Here's Collier. Covered by Martin. The shot by Williams, no good. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. Johnson outside. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Martin kicks to Johnson. Over Beasley. And the Nets miss again.
Normally he drains that.
Over Johnson. And the shot is long.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Substitution for the Emory team. OG Anunoby. Miller.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
The away team, 15.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Nicholas Claxton out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Russell. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Miller finds Anunoby. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Nets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the pass to Williams. Right side George takes the 13-footer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. George has got 7 points.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Shooting 2.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Nets trail by 4. And here's Russell. Williams inside the line. And the Nets miss again. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Now, here's DiVincenzo. After D'Angelo Russell's miss. Miller outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft, his 3-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. And here's Russell after the 3-pointer from Zach LaVine. Pass to Johnson. He kicks it to Williams. 9 feet out. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
Timeout. Awaiting.
T-shirts. Come on, everybody. We got T-shirts for everybody.
So for the Nets, checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Martin comes in for Williams. And it's Johnson in for D'Angelo Russell. Here's Collier. Nothing on the board. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the second quarter. Thomas passes to Johnson. The rebound by Collier. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And just great to have Shams join us, isn't it, guys? Such a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, no one is more locked in on the league. If there's a move happening, Shams knows about it before the players do.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Trendon Watford comes in for Johnson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Thomas. They get it back. Martin with the bucket.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Barnes outside. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
27 seconds left to play in the first half. To the paint, here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Pass to Levine. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. Johnson left side. Lets it go with the 3. And the Nets, another 3. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Leading by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Harrison Barnes led the way in the first half. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Playing on the road is having no effect on this team. I mean, between your planes, the hotels, the buses, it's a grind. It can zap your energy level. But right now, they look like a fresh team. And we'll see if they hit the wall in the second half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
They need to play with better energy on D. Some of these guys are going to sleep on that.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Levine. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Paul George. And it's Barnes in at the 4-man position. Lopez with the bucket. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
DiVincenzo passes to Levine. Over Thomas. Here's Lopez. And the rejection by Claxton. Nets trail by 6. Over in the corner, Williams. Russell against DiVincenzo. Pass to Johnson. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket tonight. Russell against DiVincenzo. Russell, no luck.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Levine against Thomas, and it's Barnes on the follow. Barnes has got 14.
When a crafty scorer like Barnes gets on a roll, it can turn into a big night.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 9-point game. Rebound collected by Levine.
That's just the bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Clock at 6. Here's Thomas. And again, it's the Nets missing. Thomas gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Lopez left side. Over Claxton. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. Here is Russell. The pass to Thomas. To end the run, and he hits the jump shot. Thomas got his second basket of the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Sharp checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Taking a look at Orlando, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
When you look at this visiting team, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible. They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Outside Russell, pass to Thomas. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Pass to Sharp. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Sharp's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams finds Beasley. Rebounded by the Nets. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, though. Plenty of time to get back in it.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Trendon Watford's checked in for Johnson. Martin comes in for Williams. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Johnson in for D'Angelo Russell. Here's Martin on the wing. Johnson. Right wing. Here's Watford. They get the rebound.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Bounce pass for Williams. Richards uses the glass to finish the layup. Richards got his first 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Up again. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers.
And for their matchup with Detroit, seems like the season's flying by, as that's already their 10th contest of the year. Pecking order in the league starting to take shape.
Nets trail by 12. Inside. And it's Sharp missing. Here's Richards. Covered by Watford. Here's Collier. Drains the three-pointer. Collier's got 6 in the quarter.
having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Johnson. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now, here's Melton. D right on him. Martin, the pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Ring shot on the way. And that one is good by Beasley.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Melton kicks to Russell. Poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Zaire Williams.
Now, here's Thomas. He's covered closely. Shoots over Collier. The step-back jumper is good.
Oh, Cam Thomas is a very comfortable mid-range shooter.
Thomas gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Claxton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Claxton's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets. Here's Collier. From outside, off the mark. Collier's gotten only 2 of his 8 attempts to fall from the floor. Thomas, no good. Now, Miller. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And the 3 off target. Thomas down low. Defended by Pippen. Thomas gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. It's Miller on the way. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Brook Lopez is checked in for Pippen.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, Brook Lopez.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Thomas, it's a wide open look, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Barnes can't get it to go. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 9 points.
It really seems like everyone in the league can elevate these days. And Johnson, well, he's no exception.
We're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now.
At the line,
Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Paul George, shooting 1.
You throw good, Paul George.
And what I love about Paul George, the production year after year after year.
The pass to Johnson. And here is Thomas. To Johnson. Tries again. And Anunoby sends it back. Beasley against Russell. Beasley, the pass to Anunoby. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Nets. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thomas dishes to Williams. On the wing, Williams. To the middle, here's Johnson. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Beasley, the pass to George. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And that one falls for Johnson.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Johnson that can bang down low and knock him down at the stripe.
Thomas finds Claxton. Pass to Russell. Plays it up and banks it in.
An experienced player who is never shy. Russell, he owns the big moment.
Williams against Levine. Beasley outside. From the high post. Rebound, Brooklyn.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Williams. 2 points. That one goes.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
It's one thing to get close, but do they have enough of it to take the lead? We'll have to see.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Wasted no time on that one. Collier's got 9 points here in the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
1 to miss the play. Fourth quarter.
Champagny passes to Barnes. Over Thomas. Barnes can't get it to go. Nets trail by 6. And Thomas has it in the corner. Over Barnes. And he can't bank that one in. Anunoby gets to Pippen. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. And that one, good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence could be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops it. Just let it roll.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 8. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Williams. Launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
There are the point guard skills of Russell. When he's sharing the rock, his offense runs so much smoother.
For 3, Levine, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer up.
Thomas against Pippen. From the wing. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Passes to Richards. And they go to the intentional foul.
Nicholas Boston. Second personal foul. Team second.
44 seconds left in the fourth. Now the pass to Champagnie. Four on the shot clock. And he drops it in from the low post.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Williams can't hit. Outside, Levine. Jacks up a 3. Hands it from downtown.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Thomas outside. He can't get that one. The visiting club takes the win on the road. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Shots weren't falling for you early, so what got you going?
I think, honestly, just getting into a rhythm. I just found the rhythm. I was able to see the ball go down. Some free throws helped. But honestly, just seeing the ball go through. First time, that's all it took.
That is all it takes for the great ones, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. See you later.